board before we go to the gate here. We have the Atlantic Invitational Series, some information on that for you tonight. We have the race day recap of the first 6. In case you missed any of the action in the first 6, we'll have that for you. And we also have the new paddock cam coming back in. The Metro Home Building Center starting gate is rolling for the opener. Let's go upstairs for the race call with Vance Cameron.
MD's girl, Smokin' Molly. DC's first girl, TL's Betty. Don't Say Nothing But. Roses for Jenny. Saltwater Storm. Heather's Pet. On the grandstand side, there's 8 of them across the gate. Top of the stretch. It's the spring meet at the historic driving park in Charlottetown, and it starts right now. The up and pacing Smokin' Molly, the first one out. MD's girl is second, then third into the turn is DC's first girl, far outside. That is Saltwater Storm coming fourth. Fifth is TL's Betty, then Roses for Jenny is 6. Around the turn, Don't Say Nothing But, and on the outside, Heather's Pet. To the backstretch they go, and driving hard on the outside, here comes Saltwater Storm. In line to Mark Bradley, they'll clear the lead before the opening quarter. Smokin' Molly now second, MD's girl third. DC's first girl is fourth. Racing fifth is TL's Betty. Around the turn 6, Roses for Jenny. 7 is Don't Say Nothing But, and Heather's Pet trails the field. 30 seconds flat. Opened it up. Off the turn they come. They're headed towards the opening half mile, fronted by Saltwater Storm. In the 2-hole is Smokin' Molly racing third. That is MD's girl, DC's first girl in fourth. That's TL's Betty racing fifth. On the move in the outside 6. There goes Don't Say Nothing But underway. Roses for Jenny is 7th, and on the outside 8th, Heather's Pet. 1 minute. 3 was the half mile. As they move round the paddock turn for the second time, they check in at 5/8, led by Saltwater Storm. 2-hole ride belongs to Smokin' Molly. All alone in third is MD's girl. Back into fourth, DC's first girl. Here comes TL's Betty winding up fifth. Don't Say Nothing But is 6. Roses for Jenny 7th. Heather's Pet is 8th. 3/4 in the books, and they were there in 1:31 Saltwater Storm, the leader, a shade more than an 8th out. TL's Petty on the outside second. In the pocket, Smokin' Molly third. They're homeward bound now. Saltwater Storm trying to close it out. Smokin' Molly comes up the inside. Deep in the stretch. Here's Molly and Dowling to open it up for the 2022 spring meet. Second, Saltwater Storm. TL's Betty third. 2 minutes, 2/5.
All right, here's a look at the Universal Media slow-mo for you in the opener tonight in Charlottetown, Peter. We talked about Saltwater Storm in the pre-race, and Bradley put her in play early. The 8-5 choice here was able to lay down those fractions, but it was Smokin' Molly who gets up through the passing lane to get it all.
Yeah, set up perfectly for Smokin' Molly. Saltwater Storm gets to the front, 1 minute 3. David sitting in the 2-hole and prep to angle out, or I should say go down the passing lane. 1:31 and 1, and like you said, set up for Smokin' Molly as she zips down the passing lane to win the first here. 2 minutes and 2/5. TL's Betty was third. Saltwater Storm was second, but Smokin' Molly and Dowling, as Vance said, kick off the meet here at Redshores, Charlottetown.
Now presenting the first race winner, number 2, Smokin' Molly. Bay Pacing filly, she's 3 by Shanghai Phil. Off the Western Hanover Dam racy date. Owned by Brittany Watts, James Quinn, and Amy Lockheed. David Dowling training and driving. Making her 3-year-old debut. Winning one to a new race win record of 2 minutes and 2 fifths. Smokin' Molly in the spring opener at Charlottetown.
The management and staff at Red Shores want your experience to be fun and entertaining. That is why we offer information on how our games work, tips to keep your gambling fun, and available community resources. For more information, please speak to one of our PlayWise advisors or stop by the PlayWise Information Center.
Here's the official results now from tonight's first race. MD's Girl 4th. Smokin' Molly, the race winner. TC's First Girl 5th. TL's Betty 3rd. Don't Say Nothing But 6th. Roses for Jenny was 7th. Saltwater Storm 2nd. Heather's Pet finished 8th. Fractions went 30, 1 minute 3. 1:30, 1 and 1. And the mile was 2 minutes and 2 fifths. In review, it's 415, 367, 28. Smokin' Molly paid $6 to win. The exactor $13.70. Triactor $33.90. Superfecta $17.47. Rainbow Nation on the second race post parade, owned by Jared Farrow Stratford, trained by Melissa Rennie. Adam Murner drives. Number 2, Mama Says I'm a Handful, owned by Dave Turney of Cornwall. Corey McPherson training and driving. Tobago Paradise, number 3, owned by Giselle Bernard of Bethel. Gordy Hennessy training and driving. For Camco Cody, owned by Blair and Carl Hansen, Isaac Skierman, and Shane Aslan. Trained by Tommy Weatherby. Mark Bradley up. 5 is Prince Hal, owned by the Next Generation Stable Stratford. Earl Smith does the training. That's Brody McPhee above the wheels. 4 minutes wagering time on the evening's second race. The new Pick 4 gets underway with a low 15% takeout and a $500 guarantee pool.
So race number 2 introduced here for this Saturday night, Exacta, 20-cent Superfecta, Triactor, and the 26 new Pick 4, that low 15% takeout underway in race number 2. A couple other things that we're going to talk about. First of all, the Cecil Ladner Memorial, Ladner Sports, Source for Sports coming up. And that is coming up on, nice to have it back, June 25th. I always look forward to the invitationals, Peter. And we worked, of course, in the off-season, and it's going to be the first big invitational event here in Charlottetown.
Yeah, it looks great, the graphic there, as you mentioned, the Cecil Ladner Memorial. It's been around for a long time now, certainly looking forward to it. Great to have Ladner Source for Sports back involved as well, Lee, and it's part of that Atlantic Invitational Series.
All right, so we also are very proud to introduce another new series this year, Peter, and we in the off-season, of course, we had a chance to meet with Brent and the Campbell and the family, and very proud to introduce this.
Oh, well, we're so excited. The Reliable Motors Richard Campbell Memorial. And again, that'll be coming up on October 1st weekend, Lee. And again, it's part of that Atlantic Invitational Series. So great to have a race named in Richard's honor, the Reliable Motors Richard Campbell Memorial.
Yeah, that's right. Circle it on your calendar coming up October the 1st. Back out on the track to pick up the top contenders in the second. All right, back on the track tonight. You have many other selections as well to go with tonight, or at least track along before you make your decisions. Ken Workington, of course, the voice of the Meadowlands, joining us tonight on our opening night with his picks in each and every race. So you have a chance to look at those, the post-time picks with Peter McPhee here. Let's get rolling with Mama Says I'm a Handful. Leaves from post 2 tonight. David Tierney of Cornwall is the owner. Corey McPherson trains and drives tonight. 3-year-old Culpa, thinking out loud, just missed finishing in the top of his qualifier Tuesday night by a quarter of a length, Peter.
I thought he looked really good, Lee, in that one. As you can see, left early, got to the front, and actually raced very well through splits of 32, 101 and 4, 132 and 3. Ended up finishing second, 2-2 and 2, closed out 29 and 4. So it was really good in that race. We'll see what Corey decides to do here with Mama Says I'm a Handful, but I think he'll be up handy the front here tonight. I think he's got a big shot in here.
So the early pick 4 underway here tonight, and this is Rainbow Nation right now for Jared Perot, Stratford. Melissa Rennie's the trainer. Adam Murner doing the driving here off the rail here. It's another choice in the opening leg of the new early pick 4, Peter, that Sculpt was solid in his qualifier in the off track as well.
Yeah, again, if you don't want to play the chalk right now, which is the 2, I think this guy is a good option. Rainbow Nation here, the 3-year-old by sports writer Adam Myrna is going to do the driving. Adam did the driving in the qualifier as well, and this horse rallied late, 30-3 on the end of it with the track off 3 seconds. Real nice a win in the qualifier, 2-6-2, closed out, as I mentioned, 30-3. Did have the 1 second place finish last year, and you can see the horse had been at Grand River there. If you go down to the bottom of the lines, they were second at Grand River there last July, 2-2-1 for Jason Ryan, closing out 29-2. The rail in Charlottetown tonight, Myrna's back, 5-2.
All right, there's a look at the 4-1 choice right now as we're getting set to go behind the gate here for the second race. This is Prince Hal, the new generation stable at Stratford, own the ownership papers. Earl Smith's the trainer, Brody McPhee in the bike here tonight. And, well, it's just another, started his campaign last year, July 8th at Summerside. 7 starts later, wrapped it up here in Charlottetown, October 2nd. And another early pick 4. Opening late could be a tough one, Peter.
I think this guy's a candidate in here, Lee. He's got the speed to go with this bunch, and you can see Joe Bryan Grassroots back there last fall. October the 2nd was a good second, 2 minutes in the 5th, closed 30-1, and he was a good second in the qualifier, closed 30-2. So again, yes, he's a good option for the pick 4 here.